Welcome. I'm your host, Tom Shields, and this is the FMF Power Play. We're here at Freestone Raceway. It's been the last day for the AMA Spring Championship, James Stewart's signature event. It's been a great week of racing. Check out some videos. We check out what happened here on the last day. With some Moto 2 action in the 450 Amateur Open, with the whole shot right out front on the Kawasaki, it's Zachary Bishop Burnett. Right behind him, it's Joshua Cartwright on the bike number 51, Wesley Parker on number 36 on the Honda. Right behind him, James Gardner. Gardner on the 521 is going to make it interesting as we go into the laps. Looking over his shoulder, Burnett trying to control the race as number 51, Cartwright on the Suzuki, coming up behind him, only 6 seconds right now. But making a mistake on that lap was Burnett, and Cartwright getting around him. Cartwright now trying to control the race. As the action gets thicker, now coming up behind, Garner making it interesting. Garner is going to go up the inside as the brakes start happening on Mr. Burnett. The race that would stay that way for another lap. Now the 521, Garner is out front and starting to control the race, and with the victory, he does it. And the title, he's happier than anybody could ever be. On to some women's 12-plus action. First turn whole shot action going to the 151 Yamaha of Courtney Duncan. Duncan out of Cairo, Georgia, training down there at the MTF facility. Duncan quickly would show the lead and show the way around the Freestone Raceway track. However, Brandy Payne McGuess would hold down second place. Hannah Hodges adding pressure real quick to the Honda rider. McGuess and Hodges would go toe-to-toe. Hodges would eventually get around her as Brandy Payne would succumb to the Suzuki rider's hard pressure. Hodges with great form, scrubbing down through the rhythm section. But it's Duncan in control as Hodges on the 85, mind you, starts trying to put a little bit of pressure. However, Duncan is going to stay in control the entire way. Change now comes up very quickly as Hodges still in second, Duncan in first. But it's Gracie Van Horn that's getting around McGuess. Checkered flags and the overall are going to go to Duncan as Courtney Duncan goes 1-1 here at the James Stewart Spring Championship and gets the overall. Your orders, Duncan, Hodges, and Van Horn on the podium. Some more second moto action with the 85 12-14 class. Whole shot going to the KTM rider, Brock Pappy out of Pennsylvania. Right behind him, Chase Sexton out of Illinois on the YZ. Pappy laying it down on the first lap. Sexton takes over the lead on lap 1. The Red Bull Jams rider on the KTM, Jordan Bailey, on the bike number 133, now in second. Sexton controlling the race now, looking over his shoulder. He looks back, sees the bike number 133. Jordan Bailey ripping up. But it's Tanner Stack and Sean Cantrell now going toe-to-toe for third place in the Moto. Sexton handling the ruts very well at the Freestone Raceway. As the race settled down, Chase Sexton and Jordan Bailey still in control, the white flag out. Now Cantrell gets by Tanner Stack for third in the moto, but getting the overall is Chase Sexton. Happy as he can be. Jordan Bailey gets the overall for second. Cannon in third. Now it's the 65 7-12 open. Hole shot going to Larry Reyes Jr. Superman taking the hole shot. Right behind him, Max Miller. Miller wouldn't take long to get around him. The 936 also getting by Larry Reyes Jr. Those riders would stay 1-2, Miller and Masterpool. Now into third place. Coming up is the 587 of Aiden Taro. Taro would hold the spot for a while. Miller, Masterpool, and Taro would start bunching up as the KTM riders are all putting down some fast laps for these 65 riders. Miller would have the lead, but not for long, as the 587 would get around both. And Taro takes the lead around Miller and Masterpool. Taro would start controlling the lead and getting out front as Miller and Masterpool start fighting. But it's Taro with the overall in the battle, but it's Max Miller with the number 1 plate and the championship. Your finishing order, Miller, Taro, Masterpool. Welcome back to the FMF Power Play. A lot of the champions got to walk away with some good hardware like this. Of course, all of the champions get to go to James Stewart's house in November for Champions Ride Day. Here at the FMF Power Play, we got to see a lot of things on video, but what we didn't get to see was riders like Austin Faulkner in the Super Mini class. He was leading going into the championship day. However, unfortunately, on the first lap, he went down. Same for Cooper Webb. He was leading the 450 Pro Sport. You never know what's going to happen right here at the James Stewart Spring Championship. Anybody can go down, anybody can stay up. But it's these trophies that they're going to walk away with, and that championship meaning so much. We'd like to thank our sponsors to the James Stewart Spring Championship. That includes Red Bull, Oakley, Parts Unlimited and Thor, and FMF, along with all of the OEM manufacturers, Cobra, Honda, Husqvarna, KTM, Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha. We can get a little tongue-tied, too, every now and then. Either way, folks, we hope you enjoyed the entire week here at Freestone, and we'll see you next year right here at Freestone Raceway for the James Stewart Spring Championship.